We are back. Choctaw Casino and Resort, Durant, Oklahoma. This is the WSOP Event 5, the $200,000 guarantee. Day 2. Down to 30 players coming back from break. We will continue with the table we had before break until we hit 29. For the final 3 tables, we're going to do a complete redraw. And we'll have a whole new table. Some of the people statistically will still be here, but we're going to shake things up a little bit. I just got word that Krista Lowry will be joining me in the booth in about 10-15 minutes. Add some color commentary and an intelligent conversation to the broadcast. I'm going to jump on Facebook right now and just share this on my personal page so everybody can see it. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, subscribe, like, share. There she is.
Hey, hey.
All right. I was going to throw the camera on, but no.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
She goes, no, we're dressed for radio today. She's got her pajamas on. All right. So we are down to 30 players here on day 2. We got a minute left on break out there, and down to 29 players. Looks like we lost somebody on break. We're going to do a complete redraw at 27. So we're going to keep these guys. We've been watching these guys play for the last 2 hours. And how are you doing?
Good, good. Had a lazy day so far today.
All right. I love lazy days.
Yeah, it's been splendid.
I'm going to go to videos and pull this up so I can...
What do you got? Small blind, 25K, big blind, 50?
Yes. We were just at 2040, now we're at 2550.
3 for 3. All right.
I want to get Daniel on. This is Daniel's actual starting table. He busted before we could get him in there.
Oh, starting table today, yeah.
23. Yeah, table 23 was his starting table. So what is it? Sunday. 3 o'clock right now. At 5 o'clock, they've got a pot limit Omaha 8 or better tournament for $200. And that's today at 5 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, they have the Deep Stack Nightly for $130. And then at 9 p.m., they have a $250 main event satellite.
I like that they're running satellites every day.
Yeah, and it's guaranteed a seat.
Get more people in
so
for the main
they
that don't want to buy in for the full amount.
Yeah. Very first hand, James Ray in the 10 seat. I reset all of the stats. Let me see if we have the stats reset. Yeah, we have the stats all reset. He had a VPIP of like 8 and a pre-flop raising of 3. So now he has king. He was like folding 9s pre-flop in early positions, stuff like that. Playing really snug. These guys that have been playing with him for the last 3 hours, nobody's going to call him. I would fold jacks to him right now. So he's going to pick up the blinds and antes. Miguel with ace-jack suited is normally a call for 400K. He's going to fold to... He's like, I want to call this so badly, but I can't call James. He hasn't played a hand yet. Yeah, he's going to show him the ace-jack and say, no, not to you. Not to you. That's the problem with playing that tight. You will not get paid off when you do have a good hand because Miguel knows you got kings.
Ace-jack is such a strong hand there, but like you said, with James not playing a hand, it's hard. Yep. Same as the ace-queen or the ace. Well, it was ace-jack that Jason Loving folded last night to Casey Mills.
And Jason's mom was in the chat earlier.
sure y'all appreciate it.
We do have the
Mine raises to 110,000.
so now Robert has pocket kings and makes it 110,000. So Colleen did not reset the stats on break, so we do have the stats. He had a pre-flop raising of 4%.
Oh my.
Out of 70 hands.
So this is the same.
This is the same
last
people.
2 hours.
Yep.
Besides the Tommy, I guess is a new guy.
Tommy's a new guy.
Okay.
Well, what happened was his real name is like Warren,
Okay.
and the people in the chat were calling him Tommy. So on break, I went out there and said he's Tommy. So when she changed his name, the computer thinks this is a new person. So I'm
yeah,
going to reset the stats.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so James Ray, I'm going to pull that up really quickly while he's dealing out the hand. 9% VPIP out of 70 hands. So he's not playing anything. He's played like 7 hands. Pre-flop raising is 6%. So out of his 7 hands, he's raised twice. So he's being super, super tight. Aggression frequency is like nothing.
10.
And these players that all have been seeing him for the last 3 hours, they know that, and they'll just fold to him. Tommy, on the other hand, he's been getting out of line a lot. He's fun to watch.
One raises to 375,000.
So he's going to 3-bet to 375 with 2 6s, where James would have folded 2 6s. Just a different style of play. John, it's been 10 minutes, so I have to reconnect really quick and set my timer. John took a lot of chips from Tommy in the last 2 hours in the last session, just by having position on him and out flopping him every time.
Well, I'm very surprised that
Tommy
he folds
bluffing at it.
that hand in the blinds together.
Yeah, it's John was under the gun and raises, and then it folds around to Tommy, who 3-bets. So then the 3s kind of shrink up. You don't want to get real sticky with a guy who's going to put you in tough situations.
He 3-bet. It wasn't blind versus blind.
Right.
Okay.
John was under the gun.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, John raises under the gun, and it folds around to Tommy in the big blind.
I wasn't following the action
That's
well
okay.
enough, I guess.
9. 10.
Anwesh, he's been very active. He's playing well. Raises to 110K in the hijack. Now Tommy.
I expect a 3-bet here.
Oh, for sure.
1 call.
And he just
He
called.
just
He's
calls.
playing it slow.
Ready for a flop.
He's playing. I don't like that. 10s aren't strong enough to play slow.
Especially from an active player
Yeah.
in late position.
Yeah.
1.
This is just going to be a check fold now when Anwesh continues with 2 overs.
115,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the plan going into it, but it worked out well for him. I don't think I was going to say Tommy's going to 3-bet and Anwesh is going to defend his blind with an ace. It would have cost Tommy a lot more chips. That's how I would have played it, and I would have lost a lot more chips than Tommy did. I think Tommy just played it slow to trap him, and on that flop he just minimized his losses. Down to 29 players from a. Do you know how many people started this event?
7. Was it 700 to meet the guarantee, or was that just for yesterday's
That was
flight?
just flight 1C. So we had
2,000 maybe.
Flight 1A had 252, Flight 1B had 345, Flight 1C had 713, so 1,310 entries total. 82 came back. We're down to 29.
9.
Do you have the payouts on your prize pool? Do they?
I do not. I was just about to say that. I was going to jump on Bravo and see what the payouts were.
Bravo. For a $200 tournament, correct?
Yep.
Should pay
1 raises
30-ish.
325,000. 2. 3. 5.
Tommy 3-bets it, and there with pocket 8s he does 3-bet and take it down from Matt with pocket 4s. That's the 3rd hand in a row. We played 3 hands and Tommy's had a pocket pair every time, and he actually lost with the best pocket pair of the 10s he actually lost with. Tommy's back up to 1.7 million. He had 700,000 a half hour ago. You know, right before going to break after he lost a bunch. Oh, he got a full double. That's right. I
Tommy
forgot about
got a
that
full
hand.
double?
He did. He went
7,
turn river 9 king against the guy who flopped 2 pair.
9,
And I totally missed it. I thought he was bluffing at it. And then when they shipped in the pot, I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? And then I looked again. Oh, he does have 2 pair. I didn't even see that. The old 9 king
calls.
runner threw
5
me.
moves all in.
I wasn't looking for that out. Robert Perkins has been playing really well.
3 folds.
He lost a big one with ace king against jacks, all in pre, to I think it was Matt, right on his direct left. I think he raises with the ace king, Matt re-raises with jacks, and then Robert piles it in. They get it all in, and Matt ends up 4-flushing him, you know, no waiting, right away on the turn. And that was for a huge pot, like a 2 million chip pot, and then Matt turned around and gave all those chips to Tommy with the 2 pair against 2 pair. So chips are in play at this table amongst most of the players. There's a couple of guys who are knitting it up, like James Ray in the 10 seat, Earl Burton in the 3 seat. It came short stacked, blinds his way down and then quadruples up, and blinds his way down and quadruples up. So he's in the cowboy hat and the wheelchair in the 3 seat there. Tommy makes it 140. These guys have been button heads for the last hour.
2 calls. 3, 5, 6.
So we just got Tommy and John coming.
Tommy
to the
and
flop.
John. This is pretty standard. You see those 2 guys to the flop. John gets the best of it again. John has been out flopping Tommy, and he's got position on him. So I think he's ahead probably 6 out of 7 hands. John's got the better of it.
1 bet's 225,000.
See, Tommy has a heart to represent, but John actually has the hand. Looks like he's coming in for a
Raising.
raise. Yeah.
525,000.
300 more on top. Tommy bets 225. Johnny makes it 525, and Tommy does fold. It's second verse, same as the first. You know, he's been doing that. He's it's a small sample size, but he's been getting the best hand, and Tommy's been bleeding chips to him.
Yeah, and it's just hard. Sometimes people get in this mindset of, you know, does he always have
Yep.
does he always have it against me? And sometimes that's just how it is. Somebody always has a better hand
Somebody's
than you have.
got your number. And like I said, it's a small sample size. They've only played 72 hands in the last 2 hours. But
9,
John comes out on top
10.
most of the time against Tommy specifically.
And Tommy has had a lot of
he's
very
not,
playable
yeah.
hands.
I think
He's
he only got
changing
out
the strategy here. Does he limp often?
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
5,
He's been raising constantly, but
6
now he
calls, 7
changes
checks.
it up.
which sometimes throws up a red flag when you
Oh,
have
for
somebody
sure.
raise, and then they limp.
6 checks. 7 checks.
Matt hits the ace, and Wesh hits a 9. Tommy
1 bet 75,000.
needs running cards to make a straight or a flush.
2 raises, or 6 raises to 175,000.
Yeah, see, they checked to Tommy knowing he was going to bet.
1 calls.
I don't love the call from Tommy.
Well, let's see what his plan is
Oh,
here.
hit the king, and you're still not good because Matt has the ace, so his hand improves.
And he
6
picks up a
bets
flush draw.
250,000.
Yeah.
Matt picks
Matt
up the
picks
nut
up a
flush
flush draw, so the
which he's never folding. as he just bet 250 and he's got 530 behind. And he's got a huge hand.
Yeah. He needs exactly a 10. Tommy does. That's not a diamond. So he's got 3 outs. He does fold.
Yeah, he folds.
One fold.
Matt adds 325,000. And Matt's the one who flopped 2 pair when Tommy got turn river 9 king for a bigger 2 pair to get a full double from him right before break. So Tommy gives some of those back. And it's weird calling him Tommy because for the first 2 hours his name was Warren. The people in the chat were calling him Tommy, so I had him corrected on break. He looks like a Tommy. He doesn't look like a Warren.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure his driver's license says Warren and
Yep.
it goes by Tommy, so Colleen puts him in by the player's card.
2, 3,
I do like that she didn't reset the stats so that these are all
7.
accurate with the same people in here. That those are all accurate stats after 73 hands. When we switch players, when we switch a full table on break, then she resets it and we start over. But since we kept the same players, she just kept she kept the stats. I like that.
So the next break, you guys are going to switch over to the
At 27, we're going to do a full table redraw.
so it'll
Yep.
be different. Okay.
Statistically, 3 of these players will still be here.
As active as he's been, I can see him raising with his hand.
That's my 10-minute
you
timer.
put the instead of having it on silent, you did the noise so that you remember.
It remembers me. It reminds me.
So Tommy raises under the gun to 150 with a suited ace.
9, 10.
Yeah, if you can get around to James, he's not calling.
No.
I'm gonna hit connect. We're gonna refresh the stream, go black for about 3 seconds. 15 minutes left in this level. I should have looked to see how many players were left, to see how close we are to doing a full redraw. And we're
When
gonna
I
pause
came
the
in, there was
clock.
actually still 29.
Okay. So in 15 minutes, we're still not gonna. We're still at 29. And I moved closer. Can you see better? I moved everything
yeah.
closer about 2 feet. And when we do restart, the microphones are still on, so they can still hear us.
Oh, so I need to
No,
watch
you,
what I
you
say.
you just need to know that you're always being streamed. I was sitting in here during
Oh,
break
we got it come back on. Earl has a monster here
Earl
under the gun +1.
with ace, and this is what Earl does. He blind, quadruples up.
He just flats. He just calls 50.
Yep. He was trapping Anwesh because he's been limping in a lot, and people have been raising. He has to fold.
Ace 5.
Anwash calls with ace 5 of clubs.
Yep.
Ready for a flop.
He needs clubs or a wheel draw or a bunch of 5s. Oh, he hits a bunch of 5s.
I mean, that's the chance that you take.
Oh, there's one out in the deck for Earl. He needs the ace of hearts on the river. Oh man, Earl, it was good to have you, buddy, but and West just gets lucky. Lightning in a bottle.
You also have to get lucky in these
Yes,
to win them.
you do. We're at 28 now. Actually, if we were at 28, we lost him. We're at 27. They're probably going to do a full redraw right now. Colleen's in the background telling Jimmy we're down to 27. We just lost one. No, don't play a hand. Yeah, I think we're going to do a full redraw.
I gotta deal this hand. Because the shuffle already
Oh,
This hand's gotta be dealt. Because I already.
yeah, he already shuffled, so we're going to kick out one hand quickly. That's fine.
Yeah, once the dealer shuffles.
Yeah, he's like, I shuffled. We got a deal. Sorry, guys.
Unless I'm in the tournament.
Rules are rules. Bobby a bear. Bobby a bear.
6.
Um,
7 folds.
So Robert's just going to pile all in with ace queen.
5's all in. 6, 7, 9 folds.
Hopefully he gets it around. And
10's
no!
all in.
James Ray, tightest man at the table,
Wakes
tightest
up
man
with
in the
hands.
tournament, gets it all in with a pocket
Ace
pair.
queen versus 5s.
Straight flip. AQ versus 5-5. 6, 7, 8. That's a
Pretty good
great
flop
flop for
for
James.
James.
Jack. Nobody has a club. Oh, God! Hits his queen on the river. James waited around to get into a flip. Now we're holding up. We're going to have 26 come back. We're going to do a full redraw.
I'm pretty sure.
While we're waiting, let me pop up these stack sizes. Here, let me put this away quick. So, level 25, 102 minutes before break. There's the chip stacks. John Gerhardt in the 2-seat way up at the top with 2.4 million chips. Everybody over a million at this table. Here's our VPIP.
Yeah, grab racks for everything.
James Ray at 7% VPIP. Loses with a pair. Right after Earl Burton loses with aces. Tommy Owen, our guy, super aggressive in the 1 seat. I hope he comes back. He's fun to watch. He was 54%. That's a skewed stat. That's 54% of the last 5 hands after break.
Oh, because he was in his
Right,
one,
you're
so
right.
it reset his.
So that wasn't a full 77 hands. That was. I'll bet you his VPIP
I mean,
was
I
probably
would,
54
yeah, I would say
anyway.
his VPIP is over 40.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a pre-flop raising. James Ray has 5%. That's like 1 hand pre-flop raising. Let's get rid of this and see who's
So if you got 66, move to your new
2
seat
pair
and
Tommy.
play your card.
Let's go. All right, who are we keeping?
All the tables are moving. Just give them some room while they're getting ready to move. Don't
All right.
crowd them.
So
Okay, you're in the
we're just going to keep running the stream. They've got the clock paused, and
I gotta reset everything because I'm gonna need an exact
oh,
chip count
beautiful.
again.
She's going to do a
Actually, you
full
went
reset.
From 7 to 10. Are you at 1.37?
Give me 1 second. Let me check.
Okay.
They're recounting everybody's chips.
Yep.
That's 1.
Now we are going to keep a couple of people. Ann Wesh is going to move to the 10 seat.
Yep, that's right. 1.37.
Perfect. So she doesn't have to count his stack.
All right, you're good. 1.37. Let me make sure I got your name right.
But what she has to do,
Hang on.
Restarted everyone's.
because right now the stats, it's going to think we're on hand 78 when we're on hand 1
Oh, right,
with
right.
the new table. So the stats are going to be way off.
The stats of the people that have been there
The-
are
the-
going to be the same.
Now, what did you say?
I
you
think
had?
that
2 million and what?
the statistics,
All right, perfect.
Okay.
And it's
like the
Miguel,
VPIP
right?
and the PFR
All
and
right.
stuff like that, I'm not positive
I'll
what's
need
going to
your
happen
player's
because I always
card and
restart it
exact
right
chip
now.
count.
But since she didn't restart it, she's just going to delete the people who are gone and add the people who are coming in. Since she didn't do a
Exactly.
restart, I'm not sure how the statistics are going to
1,200,000?
work out here.
No drinks on
Somebody
the
yell,
table.
thank you. I was going to say, somebody yell at him for putting that cup on my table. He doesn't even have a cap
You're
on
at
it.
6?
I'm seeing a couple familiar faces sitting down.
Okay, 1,200,000 exactly.
right.
Something with a name or an idea.
There's James. He was on the
Last
table
night.
last night as I was commentating. I seen him on the way up the elevator
1.1.
after they bagged and tagged.
Did you like that?
Yeah, he was super excited.
1, 2, 3,
I heard nothing but good feedback from all the players and
Yeah.
fans. They really love it. Unfortunately, I'm packing up tonight after this table's done and going to Florida for a week.
Well, you can come back through on your way back.
I can be bought. My sister's getting married on. I told her I was at the last one. I'll be at the next one.
Exactly,
I'm
see?
just kidding. I didn't tell her that. It's just understood.
Oh.
Just kidding, Michelle. I'll probably be
give me
there.
that count
He's
again.
kidding, Michelle.
1,070.
Oh, I like my guy, Eric with the hair.
Is this Eric Bunch?
Yes,
this is Eric
yes.
Bunch from Tulsa.
I went and were you in here last
Hang on, I
night with
need your
him
name
when he was in the booth in the 1 seat rather?
No. You guys were telling me about that table
Got it,
previous.
got it.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together when you were saying
Yep.
there was 2 Erics at
Right.
the table. Eric in the 1 seat.
Yep.
Eric.
And it was
That was.
yeah, it was a different table.
Yeah.
You know, I've been here since Wednesday,
Had
so they
I
blur.
actually listened to what you were saying and how active this guy was and
Yep.
how he was playing,
Would've
I
put
would have
it
realized
together.
that you were talking about Eric Bunch. Yes,
So I
him
went
and his wife both played.
I went and talked to him before the tournament started, and he looked at me like I don't even know who this
C1.
guy is because he doesn't. I know him because I watched him play for 2 hours.
Right,
He
right,
has
right.
no idea who I am. He went and watched the stream and listened
go
to
by
me for
Robert?
2 hours, but he didn't know what I looked like.
What?
And he's like, "Oh, you're that guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're that Eric." And I said, "I am that Eric." Gave him a little fist bump. Told him I
And
liked the
your
way he
chip
played. I liked his hair. I liked his
He
name.
500K?
is a very, very good player. He knows how to put the pressure on and gathers
So
chips.
He was fun to watch yesterday too.
Yeah.
C3.
340,000.
Alright, C3. You want to go by Steven, right?
It doesn't matter.
Now all of these statistics down here are going to stay
Alright, that's you.
until the next hand, and then everything will refresh.
Reset. Okay.
You know,
Two.
she's typing in everything, but it doesn't refresh until she hits go. So we'll see it in the next hand. So right now we still have Tommy in the 1 seat, John in the
chip down
2
for
seat,
two?
you know, all of that stuff. We're gonna keep a couple of those
almost
guys,
2 million.
but everybody else is gonna be new.
1950.
Yep.
Okay. And the 4 is the last one I need. 400K.
1 second, Jimmy. We're almost ready. Where am
I'm
I
on the
starting?
last
Starting
one.
button number 9, right?
All right, we're getting
You
all
go by
ready.
Joe or Joseph?
I'm going to refresh this so we have a full 10 minutes of the stream before we have to worry about it. Blooming Grove, Bodie
400 on the
says.
nose.
Tommy's from Blooming Grove.
All
Is
right,
that in
everybody's in. The
Oklahoma?
button's gonna start on the
I'm
line.
not familiar. I'm an Oklahoma girl, but that does not sound
Okay.
familiar. There is a Grove, Oklahoma, but I don't know about a Blooming Grove.
All right.
Give those to her.
Here's my man Eric in the 7
Oh
seat.
yeah, thank you.
Who else do
Okay.
we have?
Ann Wesh moved to the
I got
9
everybody
seat. We
set
still have
and,
Miguel.
We're rolling.
Or we're
Technically-
9-handed. correct?
Technically the 10 seat,
10
and we
seat.
don't use 8.
Don't use 8.
Yep.
Okay.
It is a 10-handed
we're
table
still at
because
25 and
10 years
50.
ago when I started doing this, we played 10-handed at the final
No
table.
beverages on the
beverages on
tables.
the
Please be
table.
gentle with the cards.
So most of these people have
And,
either watched it or played on it in the last 4 days, so they kind of know what
And
to
Eric, you know you're in
expect
the 7
a little
spot,
bit
right?
more. You know, Thursday, nobody had any idea what we were doing.
No phone
You know, they were
or
wondering why there were
electronics?
lights on, and
Okay. I got a table right here.
now they're happy.
Colleen and Bobby running. No phones, no headphones, no nothing.
Yeah, we run a tight ship here. They're doing great.
Okay, the cards are best red stacked on top of
Right on top of each other.
Yep.
Stephen Bates in the 3 seat, under the gun, lets it go.
Just folds king queen offsuit.
She says your seat number.
Under the gun, new table. I like to play kind of conservative also.
6 calls.
Eric Bunch, he's not going to be conservative. There we go. That's why I didn't know Blooming Grove. That's an hour south of Dallas.
Okay.
And Dallas is like 90 minutes away.
Yeah,
So
about
it's
an
a-
hour and a half.
About-
For me. 9.
Tommy's our mayor.
Is he
All
the
right.
real mayor, or is he like
Is
the
he like-
John Loving guy last
Yeah.
night? He's so his wife was saying that he was so nice and he was so good
I
to
think that was
everybody.
his mom saying that.
Oh, it was his mom,
Remember?
and that he was just so nice to everybody, and all of his poker buddies called him the mayor.
Call him the mayor.
So is he really the mayor,
Checks.
or does he just want to be called the mayor?
Austin in the 6 seat flops the best of it with middle pair.
Folds.
He's going to bet 150 and take down the pot. And now all of our statistics down here just got updated.
Okay,
So
I see
let's-
where they got reset.
we're down to 26 players because we lost the 10 seed last hand of the last level. Miguel up at the top with 2 million. See, now our last table, everybody was over $1 million,
Right.
and a couple of people were over 2 million. Now we've got a bunch of people on life support with 7 to 8
4.
blinds.
5. 6.
The dynamic here is going to be a lot
7.
different because now we have
Definitely.
to, ICM, when you see somebody with 300K, you don't want to bust your million
9
chip
raised to
stack
100.
if you're looking to ladder up. But, I mean,
1 moves all in.
he's got 450K.
Yeah, it's
Kai.
a very that's Kai in the 1 seat that moves in with
Just an
ace.
ace and 9 big blinds.
I mean, when you
It's 350 to call.
he min raised in the hijack, and it's just in one of those
Yeah.
spots that he's got a decent
Yeah.
hand to be calling with.
He's got a jack 10. He's probably got live
got-
cards. He's got suited connectors. He's got
Have
a
to
ton
be
of
aware of
chips.
those short stacks to your
Exactly.
left.
Okay. Ready for a flop.
So
I didn't know if you wanted
Nobody.
half of the tens and jacks were folded. He's only got 3 live outs.
River.
Oh,
He
now
picked
he's
up
got
a
a
lot more
flush.
outs with a
A
flush
couple
draw
of
on
the
the
flushes
turn.
were folded, and he bricks everything. A lot of the cards were already mucked.
Double up for
That's
Kai.
why he was.
50.
He had, you know, you think 60-40, and the computer said 78-22, and I was like, well, he's better than or 32, but or 22, yeah, whatever it was. You know, he didn't have a full 60-40 because the computer recognized all those hands that were folded.
The actual.
True outs, they call it. That's a button we can press and say, do you want regular outs or do you want the true outs? And I said, well, give me the true outs. I want to see what hands have been folded.
So that's what we were talking about last night on the hands that the ace king of hearts versus the queens. When Phyllis, she picked up, she was actually ahead, so it wasn't giving her outs.
Right.
We have Carrie Guzman giving a shout out to Miguel. Miguel is a regular here. I used to deal with him and I've played with him. He is a very, very good player.
Yep, they moved
Love
him
the
to
way
the
he
5
plays.
seed. Now this is a new dealer. I haven't seen her yet.
This is a new dealer.
Yep.
Let's see.
They locked Bobby in for the last 4 hours. So we'll see what this lady does. I hope they grabbed her at break and told her everything.
No drinks on the table.
yeah.
Please tell the guys
Yeah,
to put their cards over.
And when a player busts and comes over, don't let him sit down. Make him go talk to Colleen and check in first. You know, just all the little stuff that Bobby's been doing. Now she needs to announce action. She's like, really? And she's really soft-spoken. She's like, really? I got to do
Well,
this?
and it is,
Yeah, it's-
you know,
it's-
on top of the
Yep.
guys and girls that are playing on these tables, it is, you don't want to make a mistake and you
Right.
don't want to sound,
Yep.
you know, don't want to say anything dumb or,
Yep.
you know, and I'm sure that she is nervous to start it off her first time doing it.
She's
Looks like Kai's going to get through on this one.
all right.
Yep.
She's going to pick up the pot. There we go. All right. I want to know her name. How much
They
is
usually
first
have
green?
name tags, but I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
I
I'm
don't
not seeing
see it.
hers.
The I don't know, J-Lo, how much first is paying. We were gonna look that up and I got distracted. You
I
squirrel.
think it should be paying around 25K. If
25,
it, yeah, there's
30.
171 in the prize pool, and they usually pay about 15% for first, correct?
IDK. You know what IDK stands for?
No, I don't.
You're supposed to say I don't know.
Oh,
And then I say nobody does. You just ruined my dad joke,
sorry.
dude. I'm batting 1,000% on my dad joke, and you, just,
I'm
you
not
said no, I don't.
I have my teenage daughters texting me all these different
Yeah.
WYD TTYL, and I'm like, can you spell this out? I don't understand what you're saying.
IDK.
Bobby, do you know this girl's name?
The dealer.
Nicole.
Where's she out of?
Welcome, Nicole.
Detroit. All right. Another Michigan
It's
dealer.
so cold in the D.
All right. So we got Nicole from Detroit came down to deal in Oklahoma. It's 104 degrees here in Durant, Oklahoma.
Yes, today, and it is
Man,
brutal.
it's a day to be sitting by the pool.
It's too hot for the pool. It was too hot for the pool yesterday.
Yes, J-Lo says, wait, 170. I thought they did meet the prize pool. They did, but they paid out a lot of people. So a lot of people from the first 3 flights took money out of that 200K. So, yeah, they did crush the prize pool.
100.
Yep.
Oh, I misspoke. J-Lo poker.
No, you're right, because they paid out a bunch of people. There was over 200K in the prize pool, but
Okay.
they paid out a bunch.
Well, if
206,000. So I don't know how they do it when it comes
so,
back.
206,000 total.
All right. 31 got paid out. Whatever. So there's like 170 left, 175 left, whatever it is. So Bodie at 27 players, when we have 3 tables left, we do a full random redraw. So he's sitting on one of the outside tables. we will be streaming the conclusion of this event. So if he stays in long enough, we will get him back.
265?
Oh, they do redraw at 18 again?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was over a certain amount.
Really?
They'll redraw at 27, redraw at 18.
Oh, that's interesting.
Unless there's a lesser amount than that, then they just redraw at 27. And
Okay.
then, again, they'll redraw again at the final table.
Right.
27, 18 in a final table.
Right. Yeah. I've always done day 2, 27, and final table.
And not all properties
Right.
in different
Okay.
circuits do it different.
Oh, okay.
Richard Greenberg watching on YouTube.
He says, "What's up, guys and gals? Great job bringing us a live stream, especially today's day 2 live."
Glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah. If you like it, share it, subscribe, so I can show the bosses how much everybody's enjoying it. It'll make it easier to get me back. Speaking of, guess how many views we got this weekend?
How many of each video?
No, just overall, just on Facebook, not counting Twitch and YouTube. So 19,400.
Oh, that's great for the first time being
Yeah.
here, and
And that was
nobody. I had no idea that you were going to be here until we got here.
nobody knew.
Which marketing and advertising would have helped a lot with that.
Marketing and advertising didn't know. It was me talking to Jimmy and Jan, and I actually just took a detour. I was in North Dakota last week. I'm going to be in Florida next week. I said I've got a week off.
Why go home when you can
I'm
come to
just
Oklahoma?
I'm going to pop over if you want. I'll come in, show you what I do. And they say, hey, it sounds great. And on Monday when I Facebooked on my way to Oklahoma, Jan goes, are you coming here? I'm like, yep. She goes, nobody knows that. And I went, well, you were supposed to tell them. She goes, I don't think we can stream. We have to clear this through gaming and marketing and everybody else. And I went, well, all right, I'll come say hi anyway.
And then see.
And I popped in and I said, I'm not charging you guys. I'm just going to set it up to show you what I do. If you like it, you can hire me next time. And they were like, well, yeah, I see nothing wrong with that idea. So this I'm just doing all for free, just as a taste test.
A sample size.
If you guys like it, tell the bosses how much you love it. Share it so I can show them. But I took a screenshot at 1 o'clock before I went to bed. We had 17,700 views. And when I woke up at 7:30 this morning, 19,400. So we had over 1,000 views overnight.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I thought so. You know, for a place that didn't know I was coming.
Yeah, and most people, you don't see commentated live stream tables for
No,
a $200 tournament
exactly.
in Choctaw,
On day 1.
Durant, in
know,
Oklahoma.
maybe
on a day one, yeah.
maybe a final table, but on a day 1, never. And I love streaming level 5 when you've got everybody's got 100 big blinds and registration's still open so they can gamble, and it's so fun.
You see definitely different dynamics
Right.
and different dynamics of each table
Exactly.
as the night accelerates. The bigger the blinds get.
When you're just streaming just the final table and people average stack size like 12 big blinds and you can't 3-bet fold, you know, it's not as fun to watch. This is way more interesting. This is real poker.
Austin limps on the button here with a suited ace. He's got 1.3. I'd like a raise on the button there, but I might play a little bit more aggressive than others.
Eric Bunch.
Yeah, he's got a gut shot here.
He needs a 10. We're running clubs. He does fold.
It's definitely going to get through.
Matt has 19 outs, and he's going to let it go. Austin picks it up with the best hand. So what are your plans for the rest of the week?
Daniel busted this tournament earlier, and we ate lunch with a girlfriend of mine, Angela, who is actually Dylan here. I haven't seen her in many years. So we went and ate lunch, and we are planning on driving back home tonight. We are super, super busy at work, so I plan on working all week. Daniel is going to come back down at some point when the circuit starts back, and then I'll be back Saturday evening or Sunday,
All right.
hopefully to get to play the ladies' event, maybe.
Speaking of ladies' event, didn't you run really deep recently?
I got 17th. The first time I ever played the actual WSOP ladies' event. I got 17th. There was 1,074 that started, and I got 17th. And it was a,
What was the buy-in on
I
that?
really, it was a 1K
It was a
buy-in,
1K,
and with
alright.
one single re-entry, which I didn't have to use that re-entry.
All right.
I ran exceptionally well
How
in
many-
that tournament.
How many players?
1,074.
2 flights?
Just one flight,
One
single
flight?
flight on a Wednesday.
Wow.
1,074 ladies.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing experience. I had never played it. Had only played one other WSOP event, an employees event, many, many years before that. And I have a newfound respect for these guys that go out to the series and play every single
we didn't
summer.
see the river here. Austin needed a 7 or a 9, and he does hit his 9 to eliminate Steven in 26th
I gotcha.
place.
Well, no, I mean, I'm going to bring down.
Steven got
Oh,
down
ace 9 to
queen.
ace jack, and he hits a 9 on the river.
When will y'all post the chip standings for all 3 players? There's like
I think he's meaning all 3 tables.
all 3 tables.
We don't do
I was gonna
chip
say
stacks for all tables, correct? Just the featured ones?
yeah, we don't. All right, so Bobby says you can go to pokerexecutives.com and the current chip counts should be listed. Current chip counts or? Yeah, I don't.
They
I
won't
don't know
have, it'll just be from the beginning
Yeah,
of the
they're
day.
not
There's nobody here
reporting.
reporting.
Yeah, they're not reporting a $200 event.
No,
No.
there will be no reporting until the actual WSOP starts on Tuesday.
No, we'll at final table you'll get the chip counts, and you'll get the chip counts of a third of the people who are left in the field by watching this, but they don't report until Thursday, maybe. When the ring events start, they poker and WSOP sends somebody.
Poker News,
Is it
probably.
Poker News?
I mean, probably Poker News
Okay.
and somebody for WSOP.
Okay. I don't think Poker News is covering this event. I'm not positive.
Well, then it may just be WSOP.
I think it's just yeah. Because I asked my friend Chad Holloway who was covering it, and he said
Yeah,
he didn't
Chad.
think anybody was.
It'll probably just be
But
WSOP.
Poker
then.
News might just send some people out on their own. Or WSOP might send some people out on their own.
10. I need 10 cards in the box. Thank you.
Marcus Dickey here giving Eric props for said he played hours with him yesterday, and he's a great player.
Yep.
He is definitely a great player and hard to play against most of the time.
Austin limps in from early position with a Jack-7 suited. It's going to fold around to Kai in the small blind, and then Sherry's going to check with Queen-7. Trey King. I think the 8. I feel like it's going to check around. I want somebody to bet just to take it, and Sherry's going to.
First one to take it
Yep,
wins.
first one to pick up this pot that nobody wants.
And then 6 and 1 both fold.
And the dealer forgot that she has a job at this table besides pitching cards and pushing pots. She's got to communicate with Colleen.
She's got to do a little bit more work.
Yep. Did you say her name was Nicole?
Nicole from Detroit.
Nicole from Detroit. She's doing a great job so far.
All right, you're all thousandaires.
We're at 16 hours of work right now for $1,000.
Okay, perfect.
Here?
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Glad to have her. So Bobby says that she was the live stream dealer, one of them, during the WPT in May. They streamed the final 2 tables? They weren't streaming it, they were recording it to do later? Okay. Oh, that's boring.
Yes.
What's the point? Yeah, 2002. Bobby says they were live streaming it without hole cards. I'll tell you a fun story after this hand. We've got Ann West raising to 125,000 with
In the
ace
cutoff.
9 in the cutoff, and that gets through. So a tour up in North Dakota hired me, and I was looking at their stuff. Rough Rider Poker Tour. That's where I was just at. About a year ago, I've been working with them. So I went and checked out their website, and it said live stream whatever. And I said, well, when did you guys live stream? Oh, we used to live stream. Like, how? With who? You know, who was doing it for you, and why aren't you? He goes, oh, well, I mean, we used to Facebook Live it with a cell phone. Like, so they had a guy just with a
Going
cell phone,
around.
and they called it live streaming. I was like, you know how annoyed I would be if I went to a tournament expecting it to be live streamed, and I got a guy sitting there with his cell phone going, no, go check it out. We're live streaming it. Right. Yeah. But without the hole cards, it's no fun. Show chip counts to the whole player pool. Come on down, Justin. You're welcome to do chip counts on break, whatever you
We'll
want.
send Bobby out to do that. He'll be the reporter / dealer
Yeah.
/
You know,
whatever else he needs to be
commentator.
doing out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where we would post that at, Justin, but we could possibly
Ready for a flop.
send somebody on a recon mission and get names and chip counts.
When I'm not streaming, I do full chip counts on break for my tournaments, which makes it super fun to watch. Miguel flops an 8 and a gutter. He needs a 5, 6, or 8 to
Was
win.
there a raise?
There
to
wasn't.
this pre-flop?
Matt called. Miguel checks. Now Miguel bets 65, and Matt limps in.
Flop middle pair and a gutter.
Yep. King of Hearts doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Miguel checks. Matt's gonna make it 120,000. 460 in the pot, 120 to call. I don't mind a call here with a gutter and a pair. He's got a lot of outs. Oh, now half of them have been folded. You know, he's got 9 outs, but 5 of them have been folded, so he's actually got 4 true outs up there. So it's a good fold.
5.
But without knowing half of your outs are folded, I don't hate a call in that situation. It was a good price for it.
Step right out there, you pull your phone in your pocket.
Miguel still at the top with 2 million. Joseph, he's got 2 blinds left there in the 4 seat. He's only got 125K. He's gonna be looking for a spot to put it in before that big blind hits him.
Which he's on the button. He should be the button right now. There's
Yeah,
so many.
Yep.
I mean, it's just you can't let yourself get down unless you have taken
Yeah.
a nasty beat and you're
Right.
down to 2
I
or
would
3
have found
big
a spot
blinds.
about 3 hands earlier.
Yeah.
Before when he had 5.5 big blinds.
Situations.
Okay.
Like if I've got 5 bigs, I'm shoving under the gun without looking.
Raise 420.
Yeah, he might have just bounced in. He might have had nothing. Somebody woke up with something, and he leaves the tournament. But at least give yourself a chance to win.
Yeah.
5.
There it is. He found the ace 5.
Kai
You
raised.
know, he's gonna call Kai's raise.
Well, we've got Austin getting in there too.
14 places today. 14th place getting 298. First place.
It don't
at
open it back up for Kai to be able to raise.
Deuce 10 queen. Austin has the best of it with top pair now.
Okay. 250,000.
He says, "I'm not checking this down. I want to deny you some equity." Kai's going, "Wait, let's team up on this guy. What's going on?" He's gonna fold 6s.
Yeah.
That's an easy fold. Joseph needs exactly an ace.
That should ready for a turn.
And that or running will cards.
Running 3-4. 6 won't do it.
Oh.
Now he needs an ace that's not a club.
What'd you have?
Kai hits a 6 on the turn and they both look up at him.
I come to you.
Now see how that card is not quite on the thing?
Yeah.
So she's missed the board a little bit, so it didn't read that river card.
It has to
It
be
has to be
placed
right
in
on
there
that
perfectly,
antenna.
the same as the
Yep.
players spitting
And
the
Colleen's
cards.
telling her that.
When Joseph busts out, bring Tommy back. More Tommy.
If it's a random draw, so if they bring him back, you know, they don't change the rules of poker for my TV show.
This is all still completely random.
Yep.
We got Steve giving a shout out to the dealer, giving her props. Let's go, Nikki.
All right. And Wesh. with
I
Paul.
expect a raise
Yep.
here.
Did he just lose a big stack of chips recently? 'Cause I
I
thought
don't
he
know.
had
He's
2
got
million.
$1 million.
Or,
I
or
don't- I-
Miguel has 2 million.
Miguel has 2 million.
we go.
Anwesh has $1 million. I haven't seen Anwesh
All
play
right.
very many hands.
I forgot to set my timer, so
Oops.
it's going to glitch out on us now because it's buffering after 10 minutes. Looks like Jack 7's not going to call. I'm going to get ahead of it right now. Oh, he did
He
call.
did call.
Oh, well, we're going to lose about 5 seconds of it. I hope it comes back right away. There it is. That was a quick one. We need my boy Matthew Goodridge back on the main table. I'm telling you, man, there's a chance if he's still in it, there's a chance to come back. Excuse me. Ooh, Eric does hit his 7.
They both hit cards that'll let them continue.
Yeah,
Anwesh
Matthew
has
needs a heart. Heart, an ace, or a 10. Anwesh. Did I say Matthew?
You said Matthew.
I don't know
You
why I
meant
said that.
Anwesh. We knew.
Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
I was going to say this.
Oh.
Oh, you know why? Because Juan wants Matthew to come back. That's why I
Juan
said
wants
Matthew.
Matthew to come back.
Anwesh does hit his flush. It's going to be an easy fold for Eric.
No, Eric leads.
Oh. Okay.
Representing a heart.
Yeah. I was going to say he's not going to call down with third pair with a 4 flush on the board. And a 3-line straight. That's 280. Oh, if this works, that's beautiful. But
I mean, he bets right at half a stack, a little less.
yeah. Wow. If Anwesh has been playing with him, he does call. It was a tough call. And I like how Eric shows his hand. Like a lot of people, when they get caught bluffing, they like don't want to show their hand. I like to. Yeah. I paired my
Well,
7.
you turn your hand over with confidence,
Yeah.
and sometimes it trips
just
people
muck.
up, and
Yeah.
they think that you have a better hand than you have.
They misread the board and they go, oh man, and they muck 2 pair or whatever.
You turn over queen high like you
Yeah.
have the nuts, and
Yeah.
they just trying to find a way that you are winning when you are actually not.
I was at a game. I was. Lady bluffs all the streets, or she bets all the streets, and on the river she bluffs, and the guy calls her, and she flips up her cards and goes, "I had a 4-card straight," and the guy looks at the board and looks at at the hand, and he goes, "Damn it!" And he mucks his hand,
Oh my!
and she looks at me and like eyes wide open, like I didn't do anything wrong there.
No.
4-card straight, and the guy mucks 2 pair. And I didn't say anything. I just push her to the pot and.
Well, it is
Oh, sorry.
the dealer's PLO. Math is hard. It is for me. It may not be for everyone,
Yeah.
but math is hard. And a dealer told me one time about dealing PLO, and I'm like, it's just a lot to keep up with in
It
the
is.
pot. And she said, say it with confidence, and they'll think you know what you're talking about. Same goes when you're bluffing. Just
Yeah.
turn your hand
Boom.
over like you know you have it. Is this 6-6 for Matt?
6-6 for Matt. Miguel raises it to 135 pre-flop. Matt calls 75 with pocket 6s. Flop comes out 10 tray 8. Matt checks. Miguel bets 200K. Matt calls.
Ready for a turn.
Yeah, so many cards for Miguel to
Yeah.
pick up on the turn to be able to continue with.
A 6 or a jack for an open ender.
I used to sell cars when I sold cars like 4 years. And I was like, man, I'm getting real
Matt
Leads on
leads
the
out
turn.
for 250. And Miguel calls. He doesn't get it. I think that shuts down Matt. I think it might go check,
If Miguel
bet, fold.
fires, he has no choice but to
Right.
fire here.
Right, he misses everything. I think if he bets, there's 1.3 million out there. I think if he bets like 300, Matt's got to fold sixes, right? What's
He
the
should,
magic number
yes.
here?
Well, Matt's only got 810 left.
500. Oh,
I like the bet.
that's a good bet.
And if Matt finds a call here, leaving himself with 300.
I don't think he does.
Leads the turn as a blocker bet.
Yeah.
When Miguel calls, there's...
Yep.
I mean, he gives up by checking the river.
Miguel played this beautifully. I mean, he's telling the story that he has the best hand.
Oh my God, he's looking...
No, he's folding. Matt's...
Well, he
Yeah.
realized 500K, leaving me with 300.
Such a good bet, Miguel. And he went higher than I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to do like 300, and he went 500, which is a great bet. Matt's trying to think, what do I beat? I don't beat any pocket
I think he's
pairs.
convinced himself to fold, and he's
Yep.
trying to find a way to call.
Yeah, he does fold. Great bet, Miguel.
Show the bluff, Miguel. It's good for the game.
He should have thrown out like a 5 that means nothing. Well, some people will show their insignificant card and you just know what they had. But here I would never put him on a 5-7.
No.
Bodie, we can't leave. We're in the commentary booth on a 15-minute delay. We don't know what's going on out there. Give him a text. Text Tommy.
Oh, Tommy
and ask what
boy
his
should
chip
be
check
having
is.
you boys in a group chat.
Right? Yeah, you're not in the group chat, Bodie? Sorry, man. Didn't mean to point that out.
Same for cousins, bro.
One,
Somebody said that is, like they're the same player.
3, 4,
Their stats looking like
5,
never win
6.
anything.
I expect Eric to raise here.
Raise to 225,000.
225 from Eric. Big raises. He's playing a more.
I mean, he makes his hand look so strong when he makes it 225, leaving himself 70 back.
Yeah, it's a.
But Anwesh isn't having it.
Yep.
Oh, Lynn, what was the raise? The raise was. Well, I gotta put a number in. 75, 295. What's that bid up there? 220. What's his? Well, his is 460. 460.
Okay. Yeah, it
I gotta
doesn't
put a number
matter.
in my
She was
Yeah.
trying to figure
Right.
out to make sure that Eric was all in.
It's just an all-in for us, right? Yes.
All in and
Ready
call.
for flop.
Eric is one of those, he's not going to let himself get down
Right,
to
exactly.
X amount, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 big
He needs
blinds.
a 5 or a jack.
River.
Still needs a 5 or a jack. They're all live. See how she's off a
Yeah,
little bit.
and the last one
Yep.
isn't reading.
It's always the last one that
I
she
guess
doesn't
he hit a
quite
5
get.
on the
Oh,
river. He
yeah,
hit a
he does
5
hit
on
the
the
5
river.
of clubs. He trips up. I'm gonna have to remind Nicole
He's got
that
10 bigs.
a lot of dealers will do that when there's an all-in situation where they just run out and that last dangling card doesn't quite make it on the reader. Oh, so somebody's messing with my clock. You can see right there.
Yeah,
it's a
what is
picture in
that?
picture of the screenshot. Somebody went over there and changed something. I'm gonna go fix it.
Oh, leave me here by myself. I don't know that I can.
No, I'm gonna hit refresh really quickly.
Okay. You do your 10-minute timer? Okay. And then what do I have to do? Connect?
Nope, you just talk. I'll be back before 10 minutes is up.
Oh, yeah, you better.
Raise. 135.
We got Miguel raising to 135K with a ace deuce of spades here. The action's going a little too fast to follow. Okay, Kai calls from the big blind with king queen offsuit. Doesn't connect with anything on the flop. Miguel will c-bet here with bottom pair.
150,000.
And Kai folds.
I told myself, Austin, just call it Jack 3. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's better than 6-3.
Jack 3, dude, anything 3 is a top 10 poker. Fuck it. Beat whatever you guys do.
Justin, if we can get on a break and get out there to see people's chip counts at some point, I will personally go out and see how Mr. Tommy is doing for you. I know it's amazing to watch this live stream, and then when your buddy's not on it when they redraw, tell him to hang in there and he'll be back on it, possibly. He has just as good a chance as anybody else.
7. All in. 10.
Oh, we got Matt chipping in here for a little over 10 bigs and runs into Kai with ace king of clubs in the small blind.
7. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, we got Nicole here. Turn him around, sweetie.
180,000.
Turn him around.
Oh, okay.
You see yourself dealing.
Right.
Hey, we got Nicole here.
2. Folds.
Okay, Matt shipping 11 bigs and he runs into it. Kai wakes up with ace king of clubs in the small blind. He flops open ended.
And river. I don't know what to say.
And he hit something on the river.
Trade places.
Oh, he hits
okay,
a
yeah.
3 on the river.
Everyone, let me see.
All right, Nicole said, I am uncomfortable. Let's trade places. I'm going to watch you for a little bit. So how this works, we get to see what happened 15 minutes ago, and then we comment on it. Now right here, this is a picture-in-picture of my tournament clock. Somebody changed something.
Did you get that situation
I
fixed?
fixed it. Yeah,
Okay,
it was
perfect.
just took a quick second, but it's going to take 15 minutes from now because I just fixed it.
Okay.
So for the next 15 minutes, we're not going to see the clock. We're going to see whatever else is on my screen. It's just a screenshot. Jan says excellent. All right. Krista left us, so I'm going to have Nikki sit down. 3 on the riverboat, he says. Yeah, that was a hard one. All right, Ann Wesh. You know you dealt him kings?
Oh, yeah,
In the
pocket
cutoff?
kings.
You remember this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to see a showdown. Kai on the button. He folds. It's going to go to Miguel. Oh, Miguel with pocket 10s and the big blind. See, so Ann Wesh raised it to 135. Miguel goes all in for 2.8 million. Ann Wesh calls. Huge pot. And Miguel is way behind. He's got 1 out. The 10 of clubs has been folded. So he needs exactly the 10 of hearts. Also, you see that river card right here? You see how it's not on the board?
Box.
So
Make sure they get
yep.
in the box.
That's like the 3rd all in a call, and you went all the way, and then that last card was like right there, so it doesn't read.
Oh,
Just
okay.
make sure that last one, and that's a very common mistake. And you weren't at the dealer training on Wednesday, so you didn't know that.
Oh,
But
okay.
when you go back out there, when there's all in the call, make sure they see right there how it's not in the box, so it didn't read.
Right.
Colleen had to look over and manually type it in. It's okay. We're good.
Okay.
So this is just kings against 10s, and We're gonna do some math.
Is it 130? Oh, okay.
All right.
Jimmy has them. Oh, do you need all of them? Can you get all of them?
So Jan says excellent. This is the YouTube, Facebook,
Okay.
and Twitch chat.
Thanks, Jane.
You've been working with these guys for a while. They said
Jane and them.
Yep.
Yes.
They said you were dealing with the feature table
WPT.
in May.
Yeah.
All right. But it wasn't RFID. It didn't have hole cards, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just a regular.
This is better. Kai down to 2 big blinds. He's got 145,000, and Wesh way up at the top with 2.75 million. Thanks to those kings. The full double through Miguel. Miguel's still in good shape. He's still got 1.5 million. This is WSOP event number 5. Kai picks ace 5 to get his last 2.5 big blinds in. I expect the big blind to call with anything. Austin's got 7 deuce.
I mean, dude, I'm already in for 30. Here you go.
Oh. Yeah, he had to call.
140.
Ace 10 9. Austin needs running cards to make a straight. Now he's drawing dead. Kai gets a full double. He's gonna pick up 380K.
That's 60. Whatever. How much more?
All right. J-Lo says he was rooting for a 10. Yeah, get Miguel that full double. He'd be sitting around 400K.
And I already had it.
All right, let's block the bots now.
So she signs on 330 here.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, we put this up here. And this goes.
I'm gonna hit refresh
I'll look at my cards.
on my chat, and those should all go away.
But why not help a friend out?
Yeah, you're gonna sign 4 on
You
the
don't
table
need
like
shit
that.
cards. Might as well.
Kai's up to 6 big blinds with that. He got a triple with the
I want everybody to succeed.
with the ante and the small blind coming along.
I'll only play bad on home camera.
9,
Let's see.
10.
So all my Facebook chats came back.
Those grades are way
You
better
know,
than these.
just the number instead of the full.
Raise 125,000.
Sherry makes it 125,000 with 8-10 offsuit in the cutoff. And Sherry hasn't played a hand yet.
We're almost done.
So this is really unorthodox for what she's been doing. She's gonna start stealing a lot of blinds and antes if she continues to do this. I love it.
You guys probably work things with everybody here. That's the first thing you know play.
She's smiling as she's stacking the chips. She's like, I got away with one.
She's doing good.
The plan works.
She plays tight.
Yeah, very tight. So right here, we can see that she has a 10% VPIP. That means out of 10 hands, she's seen the flop 1 time, and a 10% pre-flop raising. So out of 10 hands, she raised 1 time. She's got 1.9 million chips out of a 25K starting stack. And so I think she's setting up that tight image, and she's going to just start stealing now. I mean, maybe she's going to back it off a little bit and take turns stealing. What do you think?
I think she will.
Austin Edgar with the kings. Nikki just likes dealing kings out. So were you here for the kings versus tens?
The what?
Miguel had tens.
9 folded.
Anwesh had kings. Full double for Anwesh.
Oh,
Alright,
Lord.
Miguel down to 1.5 million. All right. We're going to do a quick refresh because it's been 10 minutes. And so when we come back, it's almost time for my, in 15-minute delay, it's going to be close to seeing the correct clock on the screen. You'll actually see me testing it. You'll see in the middle of a hand, the clock's going to pop up a couple times, and you'll see me
Oh,
adjusting
when you went
it.
out there and adjusted it.
Yeah, 15 minutes ago when I was adjusting everything.
So what happened while I was gone? I see that Kai possibly doubled up.
Kai tripled up. He
Tripled
got
up?
dialed in like with ace 5, and the big blind had 7 deuce and called, because he only had like 1 big. And with the blinds and antes and the small blind, he was a full triple up for Kai. With ace, he flopped to ace, no waiting.
Okay.
So that was just a uneventful hand. Miguel and Wesh raises with kings. Miguel shoves with 10s. One of the 10s was folded. He had 1 out, doesn't hit. So that's a full double for Ann Wesh. Miguel's knocked down to 1.5. And here you can see me in the middle of his hand fixing the clock a couple of times. It's going to pop up again. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. And then I'm back here. There we go. Clock's back. And then we ran back here, and I had Nikki in tow, and she decided, I'm not here to talk. I'm here to pitch cards and push pots. Don't make me talk to these people.
Well, I took a quick break to come out for
So what is Tommy's chip stack?
Tommy has 1.6 million.
Okay.
And another guy at the table just told me that he won a big pot. That all you boys owe him $1 each because it was the 7 deuce game, and he was bluffing and showed his hand.
All right. We have 19 left, so we're going to get a full redraw when we lose one more player.
Yeah, I was just out there, and we were about to get a redraw.
Okay, so in 15 minutes we're going to have a redraw.
2 raises to 300,000. 5, 6.
Now Sherry, who hasn't played a hand, raised with
Oh, okay. She's
marginal
under the gun
10-8.
with King Jack.
Oh, and Ann
man.
West, for the 4th time, somebody has kings.
As tight as she played, she can always get more respect.
Yes. Well, that's what she just raised like 3 hands ago with 8-10 or something, and everybody
I like
just
that
folded
hand.
it. Yep. Now he's putting on her on a better hand than she actually has, because if she's raising, she must have queens.
Yeah.
Ace king maybe. King Jack's going to be a fold. It's just he just thinks that she must have a really good hand that can call a huge raise.
She made it 300 and he made it 900.
Correct. She went 300. He went 900. I don't want her to call now. She's only got 1.6. Unless she thinks she's getting pushed around, but I don't defend with King Jack in this situation.
I mean, she can't. I mean, she can do whatever she wants right here, but I like a fold.
Yeah.
She's trying to raise under the gun to pick up the blinds and antes that she knows that she hasn't played a hand. She's going to get a little bit more respect than anybody else
She
at the
knows
table.
that they know that she knows that they haven't played a hand. I think she is folding. She looks at her cards again. Yep.
Being bullied or not, even the bullies can have a hand at some point.
And even if you're way ahead, that's so hard to play post flop. You don't want to put half your stack in, and you don't hit a king or a jack, and he bets again. Pocket sixes beats you at that point. Justin says, "I'm not paying him a dang thing." Welcher. Kai's back down to 2 big blinds just after paying the antes. The blinds and antes right now.
He's on the small blind. He's about to be on the button, hopefully. I mean, at this point, you just have to survive. Pick a good spot, not necessarily about the cards in your hand.
5, 6, 7.
Matt in the cutoff with the ace.
170.
Well, the blinds went up while I was gone, too. 40 and 80K.
Yeah.
10.
Where have I been?
I mean, you've gone for a long time.
I can't tell you how much more I can just tell you what it is. 170,000.
No, you can tell her how much more it is if she asks. You don't offer that information, but if she asks, you can tell her. I believe. I mean, I think so.
She's going to flat from the big
No,
blind.
no,
here
it
with
wasn't
King
an all
7.
in. Matt raised and Sherry said, how much more is
Yeah,
it?
she's in the big blind.
Yeah.
We are heads up.
J-Lo, he should have missed, just mid-clicked. I think he meant to say min clicked with the kings. I agree, but when Sherry raises, you put her on a monster hand, and you expect her to not fold.
2 checks.
Checks down, ace high is gonna win. He's not gonna even stab at it. He's like, I got an ace. I mean,
Ace high.
I'm not gonna try to bluff you off a hand if you called pre-flop. And she says, no, ace is good. Yeah. You know, I min click 90% of the field, but if a very tight player raises, you expect them to be having a above premium hand
It just takes a minute.
and expect them to call.
Definitely situational.
Right.
Per player, dynamics of the table, etc. As you know.
Yeah, if Eric
J-Lo.
raises me and I have kings, I min click him.
Even me when I first got
You know, because he could be raising with anything, and I want him to come along.
Colleen's looking at
But
me.
when Sherry raises, I expect her to have queens.
Or better, raising
Yeah,
under the
yeah.
gun, yes. And I'm sure she's thinking, well, I haven't played a hand.
Yep.
I'm going to
Has she been
try
playing tight? J-Lo, her VPIP was 9.
Yeah. Yes, she has been playing
She played.
ultra tight.
She played exactly 2 hands
10 raises to
in the last hour.
275,000. 1, 2.
We got Anwesh catching some
He is. He's
big
getting
hands.
the best of it.
Well, we got Miguel with
Oh.
ace queen here,
5.
It's
and he folds.
oh wow! It's the Anwesh Miguel part 2. Austin says I can't play with that.
6 folds.
With Austin raising under the gun, that made Miguel go, wow, a raise and a re-raise.
Oh,
I'm just
Austin
gonna fold
raised
ace
under the gun
queen.
and Anwesh 3-bet him.
Yep.
Yeah, ace queen kind of shrinks up in that
Yep.
spot.
Because if you do try to call, you still have to worry about Austin 4-betting. You know,
Yeah, I don't like a
I don't love ace queen in that situation anymore.
Tell you that anyway.
no.
It's the Anwesh show. Look at all those chips. Matt doesn't make it back in time for
7
his
folds.
hand.
9 folds.
Eric Bunch folds. Anwesh folds. Kai, queen
It
7.
is a great hand where he's at in the cutoff with the.
Yep.
1 moves all in.
I mean, he has not a whole lot of options, and you
Right.
don't want to leave it to the mercy of the blinds.
Especially when the 4 aggressive players fold. Now you might be able to get
On
through.
with a call.
Oh, it is a
Queen
call.
7.
Austin calls
Austin
the
calls
extra
with the 9-5. Yeah, 100K.
in the big blind. Oh wow,
He flops a flush and he flops 2 pair,
wow.
top and
Slow
middle.
down, slow down, Bobby, slow down. We want drama here. Austin needs a 9 or a 5. He doesn't get it. One more time. 9 or a 5 for a boat. Doesn't get it. The queen high flush. Good flop for Kai Rector.
Great flop for both of them.
400. I think it all gets in regardless.
Yeah.
Like if let's say Kai had 10 bigs instead of 2 bigs, and he just makes it a reasonable raise, and they see a flop.
Yeah.
9-5 and flop
9-5
flush
deuce.
are getting
yes.
it all in. Kai's back up to 6
Six
bigs.
big blinds. Yeah.
And it's been he hasn't been able to play very often because we've got all those aggressive people right to his right, and they've already raised before it gets to him, so he can't even make a move.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough spot when you have less than 10 bigs at a table like this.
9, 10.
Yeah, he just has to pick a spot and shove again. And he found one. Oh, no, he didn't. He's going to do it, though. I love the heart. Oh, no, he hadn't looked
He
at his
hadn't
cards.
looked yet.
I thought he was
He
stacking
was still
chips
stacking
to
his
shove.
chips up from last part.
I
You,
thought he
you
was-
shouldn't have looked, Kai. Just stick it in with 6 high there.
I was like, you didn't, you know. I mean, he might get 6 big blinds through where everybody's calling 2 big blinds.
What do we got? Just the
Blind
blinds.
versus blind call, and then Eric just shoves all in for 450.
Austin,
It's gonna be
he
370
calls with the. I mean, Eric's never letting him get by with that.
to call. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
he
you-
limps,
yeah,
Eric's
don't-
raising
don't limp
100% of the time. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna reset. It's been our 10-minute mark. He just said something about he shouldn't have even limped in.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not a fan of limping with Eric on my left.
I'm not a fan of limping any hand most of the time.
All right, we got Eric and Kai down at the bottom with 6 and 7 big blinds. Kai's got an ace. I want to see a shove now. You got an ace, and now you have some fold equity with 6 big blinds. You know, don't wait till you got 2 big blinds and hope you have a hand. Attaboy. Let's go. Sherry folds an ace. Miguel's not calling. 7-4
Austin's
is
not calling. Okay, now we're left with Matt.
Just the blinds. Small blinds
Yep.
out. And the big, see? There we go. If he would have had 2 big blinds, Matt would have come along and they'd be racing. But now you got 6 big blinds. You have a little bit of fold equity. And you picked up
He's got 8.5.
200K.
He's got 8.5 big blinds now, so he
Oh, man.
can see one more.
He's
pay his
smiling.
blinds
Life
one
is
more
good
time
now.
and
He
go
hasn't had
through.
this many chips ever in this tournament. He overtakes Eric for the short stack. By 110K. Why don't you? Oh,
Into
you don't have to at all. You don't have to. Blinds go up. We ignore the rest of the tournament. When the blinds go up, you push in.
6 calls.
And yeah, we're on the delay, so you can run out there. You don't need to be back here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Nicole.
Not everybody wants to talk.
No, I didn't want to at all.
Back to the action.
What do we have here? Eric moved all in. He
Eric's
don't have his cards on.
All
We
in
can't
on
see
the
him.
button. When Austin calls, Eric
Austin
goes all
calls
in.
80K in the
No,
cutoff?
he called pre-flop. Austin called.
Yeah, he calls 80K
Then
in the.
Eric shoves, big blind folds, and Austin folds.
It's
Austin was in the
you
cutoff.
just can't limp hands like that
Yeah.
with an aggressive player to the left of you
Yep.
who is short stacked.
And he does show his ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second time Austin has tried to limp, and Eric just, spiked it.
He exploits it.
Yep.
You done playing?
We've been at 19 for a half hour.
Yeah.
Together.
I thought that when I went out, Colleen said that we were about to
Okay.
consolidate down to 2 tables.
She might have meant we're on 19. We're going to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it pretty soon. But what I would like them to do, when they do a full redraw, bring the other table over right there and set it right
Yeah,
in
they were over. They had the other 2 tables on the
Yeah.
complete opposite
Yep.
side of the room, but it was roped off where they
Oh.
normally have the
Okay.
final table.
Oh,
they
they were at
normally
the
have a
featured-
final
They
table
were at the final table area.
over by
Got
a
it.
podium where
Got it.
one
Yep.
floor can be dedicated to watching them.
I got it. That makes sense, I guess.
9 folds.
Tommy's making a comeback, Bodie says. Or he might have said,
Tommy
he might have
probably sent
inside
it to. I
information.
told Bodie. I told Tommy, you need to update those boys back home. They're all dying. I came out of the booth
Yep.
to come find out what your chip count is.
On the
Start a group Yep. chat with them.
Bodie might be giving us a spoiler. He's got real-time information that Tommy might come back
Yeah.
on the thing,
100,000.
What do we got? I wish we could see Kai's hand right here.
right? Kai
I
called
mean, I don't
120
see.
in the big
Yeah, I don't
blind.
see Miguel.
5 raises
He's
to 525,000.
Kai
Yeah.
bets 100. Get it all in.
And Miguel,
You got a better
yeah,
ace.
Miguel raised all enough,
Kai's
big
got
enough to put them all in.
Kai didn't bet with a worse ace than an ace 4.
Well, by the looks of it, he did.
He did. Or he might have like ace 7 that he doesn't think is good enough, but it is. Kai, I want to see your hand. Put it back. Put it back.
Oh, he's got his cards lifted by
yeah.
his thumb. That's
and
why
he's
it's
a little
not
bit
reading.
off the. He's off the reader, so it hasn't picked it up yet.
Yeah.
I want to see. Oh,
But did he fold an ace?
Ace of diamonds, 4 of diamonds.
ace
Ace
4,
four
chop it up.
diamonds.
Oh,
Oh man, he folds.
Yes. He does fold the chop. Miguel picks it up. Oh.
I mean, when you're that short stacked and
that's
you
a-
hit any
you know,
pair,
when he-
you,
when he-
you have to go with it.
When he let out, I knew he had an ace, and then when he got piled back and he paused. I was like, he probably has like ace 7 that he doesn't think is good enough, but it is. Well, he had ace 4 that he didn't think was good enough, but it was good
Yeah.
enough for a chop. Oh, Kai, I was on your side on that one, and you just didn't do it. Down to 3 big blinds. We must be at 50 and 100 now, or 40-80.
40-80 still, I guess.
40-80. Okay, so
5, 6.
320 would be 4 big blinds. That's why it says he still has 3 at 300. He doesn't round. Eric Bunch with a real hand at 850K.
So he's got 10 bigs.
9, 10, 1.
You win.
That's a 9.
That's a
Natural
combo
9.
hand. What are you doing?
My favorite baccarat hand.
I like showing ace queen if I'm Eric at short stack because I want them to let me steal now.
I don't like to show any hands if I can help it. Unless they pay me on the river for them hands.
When I'm trying to get bluffs in, I want to show my good hands. Make them think I always have it.
Just touch me, see if I'm awake.
Good fold, I
I
had it.
didn't make any.
Just reinforce those behaviors you want.
No, I play fantasy football.
I'm just super nice anyway, so.
6, 7. No, I just like.
I need, nope, never mind.
What do I-
Sherry's down at 15% VPIP or 13% VPIP now, voluntarily, and
Nine
her
calls.
13% pre-flop raising. She doesn't call; she just raises every time she's gonna see a flop.
I love it.
Oh, for sure.
Not when it comes to fantasy football and money.
We got
10
Matt
raises to
limping with ace 10.
325,000.
Yep, in the hijack.
And then Ann Wesh is going to raise to 325.
Big raise.
I don't
4x.
I don't like a limp. He 4x's it because Matt limps.
Yep.
I would
Miguel
prefer a
folds
raise
8.
with
He
ace
just
10.
picks it up with that big. I like the big raise right now because he has so many chips. He's got 3.4 million chips. He should just start doing that every hand. Just pick up the blinds and antes, force the players to wake up with a hand.
Yeah, at this stage in the tournament, I don't feel like anybody should be limping. If you're going to enter a pot, if you want to play a
Anwesh
hand.
has twice.
He's got 42 big, twice as much as anybody else at the table.
Yeah, he's got twice as much as the big stack. You could add second, third, and fourth place, and he's got that covered. So he is just crushing it. If he makes it 3x every hand,
7.
make them wake up with a hand, they're gonna start ICMing.
Matt should raise with his hand, I hope.
170.
Okay, he makes it 170.
Kai's
And
gonna
Kai's
all
getting
in.
it in here. He has
Yep.
no choice.
And yeah, that's fine. I don't hate it at all. We got ace 10 suited against 9-9.
And looks like Austin's the only one left. Miguel folds. Okay. So we got a race.
Austin wanted to show his hand. He goes, well, no, there's still action pending.
Yeah, I mean, he had
Yeah.
it.
Of course he's calling.
He
but
has
Turn.
he needs an ace or a 10.
or running clubs.
Oh, there's running clubs. Let's go.
Or now a 9.
Look at all these outs.
8 and 9.
And he bricks the river. Kai eliminated in 19th place. This should be 18.
Yep, that was
To,
it. Now they're going to
I
pause the
guess
clock,
two pair Tommy
redraw.
might be coming back to the table. He
Yep,
had some
they've got
insider.
15 minutes ago they told two pair Tommy told Justin and Bodie and Raymond, it looks like. Are you guys all in a group chat yet? I mean,
As long as we get out of here and do it. I just don't want to get yelled at by Eric.
Oh, Eric would not yell at anyone, Bobby.
I'm
Oh, I gotta do a high card, don't I?
Yes.
That would probably help.
All right, let's get some racks ready.
Racks ready.
all right. It's been 90 minutes. I wonder if
6 spot. Should I suit my deck?
stop the stream and start over, or just let it ride.
I mean, that's just a matter of preference.
Yeah, we can let it ride till it break.
I noticed when he was shuffling, or he was shuffling kind of rough. I was like, it should be all right. And then Eric's right.
All right, we're redrawing to 2 tables, so we're gonna get ready.
heard Bobby say Eric's correct. I don't know what he meant, but I agree with him.
He is a heavy guy, yeah.
He was talking about the shuffling of the cards or something. He goes, yeah, Eric said, brrr, and Eric's correct.
Alright guys, the 6 and a break, we're on a redraw.
Where are we at?
The
spot
6,
6, sir.
spot 6 or 10?
Well, yeah, the 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The 6 player.
66, you stay here.
Here's Jimmy dealing out seat cards
Alright guys, come on.
down to the final 2 tables. I'm going to take the quick break and
I'm
see.
serious, you know.
I'm going to see if I can find a
Alright,
payout
did
structure
anybody
here. I'll be
draw
right back.
66?
Oh yes, that would be perfect.
No.
This
No,
guy.
this guy.
Okay, Eric is going to seat 2.
Seat 2, that's it.
Alright, so everybody else is...
69's on the other table. Good luck, guys.
Donks 52. They are down to 18 players left.
So 7 is
Um,
leaving 2 and then everybody else is leaving.
We just did a 15, or a complete redraw at 2 tables, 18 players. But remember, we're on a 15-minute delay. And we're getting set up again to
There's a step in the right direction.
welcome our new 9 players.
Shit, that was.
Getting the players situated and chip counts counted and everybody to their new seat.
So Eric, you're just moving to the 2 seat. You're the only one staying.
This part.
I think it's.
Well, he should have taken it with him. So he's
Will,
gonna need to.
will you take that card?
No,
Oh,
he's staying here.
Oh, he's staying here.
Eric left us to go get a payout sheet. There was some confusion earlier since day 1. You get paid,
Who has a car?
and then when you come back to day 2, you're already in the money. And
Let me see.
the prize pool that I was seeing was incorrect because it was a 200K guarantee, and they met the guarantee and had about 6K over.
Well, we gotta wait. So what Eric wants to do is push on the level changes. Yep. And so we're gonna restart here probably in like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you.
So to any of you guys just coming in,
If you have Bravo,
we are live streaming here on the feature table in Durant, Oklahoma at the wonderful 4 Diamond Choctaw Casino and Resort. For those of you who are watching and have never been here, it's an amazing property, very family oriented. They have a whole new pool and a brand new tower, state-of-the-art exercise equipment in the new gym.
okay, she has it. All right, good. Yeah,
It's a beautiful, beautiful property. Tons of stuff to do. Movie theater,
Alright,
an arcade for the kids, bowling alley,
Russ, what city you in?
a really awesome food court with lots of different places to eat. The steakhouse here is phenomenal.
BLT or BEL?
Donks 52. No, Duma busted earlier today. He said he busted quad aces to straight flush and then quads to quads and back-to-back hands. So,
Alright, number 9.
I mean, you know, that's pretty sick.
Everybody's player's card
And if you
and
don't
exact
believe
chip
me,
count along with your
Player's
seat.
card exact.
text him.
Sorry to get you in. I just need your chip count. Bobby, you go by Bobby?
Okay,
Bobby,
we
you're in the
see
room?
these new players coming in. I see a lot of these familiar faces that was at the table when Tommy was over there, so we'll
Okay.
see.
I need exact chip counts.
Exact chip counts and Players Club cards out, guys.
2.240.
They're getting
2240.
everybody's chip counts, and then they are
Okay.
gonna get everybody's names. Hopefully Bobby tells these guys they can't text. They get their texting done and put their phones out. No headphones.
Player's card and exact. Can't put that on.
Yeah, Bodie, your boy Tommy is back.
No, it's not okay.
Cards and exact
And Jamie, I think, Matthew, I think I seen him somewhere too. So I see Russ Belt and Bobby. Oh, I don't know Bobby's name. He plays around Fort Smith, around Pocola, Oklahoma.
You're in the 1 seat?
And then we got Tommy back.
Hang on 1 second, I gotta get your name in first.
Player's card.
We'll kind of go through the table and do some bios on this guy, on these guys.
Okay, Matt, what's your chip count?
Donks 52. Wow, don't worry about that.
Gotcha.
That was untrue. Daniel was just kidding.
Okay.
Ace queen to king king,
I need,
no good.
who's this?
And
Which
then
seat?
he gets his last
Spot 3.
4 or 5 bigs in versus Miguel, and he busts him with I don't know what, but oh, snacks. Okay, we got payouts here, guys. So they're down to 18. 18th place will make $1,721. And then there's a pay jump at 15th place at $2,073, and then again at 10 through 12 is $2,532, and then it pay jumps each spot after that.
So what's next out? What's 18th play?
18th pay $1,721, and there's a pay jump every 3 until it gets down to the final 9. And then 9th place will get $3,134, and it will jump all the way to 1st place. And 1st place is paying $32,396 for a $200 tournament. Bodie, we don't know chip standings just yet. They're counting them right now and getting everything situated for all the guys here, and we'll go through and put that up as soon as they get it in the computer. We'll let you know what everybody's chip counts. And keep in mind, these are only the 9 guys that are at our table. The other 9, we don't have any of that information.
Oh, I need 9's chip count. 740.
Donks.
And I need 10
The stream. So Eric came down here on a whim. He had a week off between North Dakota and Florida. So he just happened to call Jimmy out of the blue and ask him and Jan if he said, I can come down and show you guys what I do. Live stream this event for the weekend. And then I'll head down to Daytona, and then we'll work out and we'll see if they would like me to come back. So it's in the works. The more people that watch, the more views they get. The more you like and share on all the social media. Maybe Choctaw will ask Eric to come back at some point, but as of right now, no, he has to go down. He is committed to go
to Daytona Beach.
Yeah, tomorrow he's driving to Daytona. He is committed there. But he's only going to be there for a week. So
I might come back next week.
Yeah, if we can talk these nice people at Choctaw Durant to ask him to come back, then that would be awesome.
No electronics
I
here
can-
at the table. If you do
I
have
can
your
open my
phone out
schedule
like,
for him.
in here like you do,
Yeah, he said that he could be bought. I don't know what that means,
you
but
gotta step outside of this area. No
okay, who
beverages
do we
on
got
the
here? Do
table.
we have
Please just keep your chips in the box.
Colleen? I don't think I've seen reset anything. I see Matt.
Yep. So
What? You're
we
7,
won't
yes.
see the new stats until the next hand.
Yeah,
Okay,
try to keep
so-
it in
perfect.
spot. Russ, if you could go to your right a little bit so I can see. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and Tim in the
And that-
6th seat, I can't see your cards yet.
Pull your cards off for 2 beats.
It's Mohammed
And we're good.
Ilya in the 3 seat with all those chips. I don't know how many
Okay.
he has,
I
but
have no
that's a
idea.
bunch.
It's blue.
4.6 million it looks like.
That's my favorite color. Play softball.
He folds the king 8 under the gun. We got Matt all in under the gun +1 with king 10 of diamonds. And then we have Eduardo Contreras right behind Matt with ace jack offsuit.
No, it's spaces and Facebook.
If you do one word, it all comes out the same.
Just type in the feature table, and then it'll be for you guys. It'll be the first stream that's up there.
Where did the 2 seat go? Oh, there it is.
YouTube is fine. Yeah, on YouTube it's one word. I think
Donks is already willing to pay you. He said he'll chip in $100 to have you come back.
I charge just a little more than that.
Just a little bit more,
Yeah,
Donks 52. Maybe we can start a GoFundMe or
That would be beautiful.
I mean, I'm going home to work this weekend, so maybe I can sell some lumber for cash.
Yeah, there we go.
And contribute. I would also contribute. I'm having a great time commentating. I was very nervous considering, for one, I don't play poker a whole lot. For two, I've never commentated on anything. So,
It's just talking.
well, I talk a lot. I got a lot to say.
2 folds.
I think Matt's going to get through here, yeah? Matt's going to get through with the king 10.
best also when they're on top of each other, not side by side.
Now,
So Eric's able to type in the payouts in this handy dandy software that he has. Somehow, I'm assuming that it's going to show up at the screen
if I
at
click,
some point.
all right. So first we'll go picture in picture, which shows my fourth. It takes 4 computers to run this operation.
Oh my.
So at first it's going to show picture in picture, then it's going to show chip count. At any time, I can click on this payout button, and we can see payouts.
Oh, great.
So that's what it looks like, first to 10th, and 10th is actually 10, 11, 12.
All players registered
Yeah.
for our 5 p.m. DLO 8 or better. In about 15 minutes before we get started, all players are invited to take their seats. Make sure you have your dealer copy ready
Back up
for
here.
your dealer when you check in.
Y'all asked for more Tommy, and you got more Tommy.
Let's go.
10 raises to
Big Tommy fans here in the booth, too.
Yeah, he did have 1.6 when I went out there, and I think he was up to 2.1. Oh, no,
He's at
1.8.
1.8 now. Plus, no, it was 2.1. He raised 335.
Okay, yeah. So he was building. We got Mohammed in the 3 seat. Huge stack. You know, I haven't seen anybody else at the final table, or at the other table, but I would assume he's probably got one of the top 2 or 3 stacks with 4.6 million. He's debating on calling from the big blind here with 6-7. Okay, so after this hand, we'll look and see, introduce the new guys at the table, and
Yeah, for sure.
sort of.
We are heads up.
Mohammed with 7-6 in the big blind. Tommy with ace jack flops the best of it.
3 checks.
Mohammed needs
flops
a
a gutter.
4.
Yeah. Tommy's gonna c-bet here.
Mayor,
The mayor.
the new mayor.
10 bets 425,000.
Okay.
I was going to say I'm ready here to hit reset because it's been 10 minutes. I wanted to hurry up and act so I can do this between hands. Got my finger poised over the connect button. There he
Okay,
does. Okay,
he
all right, we're
folds.
going to hit go. I'm gonna hit my 10-minute timer. We're going to lose the stream for just about 3 seconds. 2, 1. It's going to come back. Let's pull up stack sizes. Well, let's pull up. Actually, let's get rid of that. So,
we have donks here in the chat. We need bunch to get a double up.
Bobby Baldwin, 740K, 9 big blinds. Mohammed up at the top with 4.1 million. Tommy's in 3rd place at this table, but there was a bunch of short stacks when we busted, so.
Side folds.
Is this Tim McGraw? The singer?
No. I did see in the chip count, day 2 chip count.
Timothy McGraw. Well, this is the Timothy McGraw. He's got King Jack of Hearts here. Under the gun +1. He looks like he's counting out for a raise.
To 180,000.
Oh, we got Bobby in the box now. He's
Yeah, I
he's
just dealt
he's
this
dealing
hand.
these.
8,000. 9 moves all in.
Bobby's gonna jam all in with Jack 10 offsuit.
2, 3, 4.
What Bobby has 740K.
740K. Right now, he asked for me to pull in the chips, so I pulled in the difference, so you could see what the difference was.
Yeah, I am that kind of player. I need visual. I like to see, like I was telling Eric, math is hard.
Math is hard.
Well,
We got Bobby Baldwin, who is the player all in. He plays back home. I've played with him some back home at Durant's sister casino in Pensacola. They just opened a live room back after COVID. They don't have tournaments there besides when poker executives come. They've been down there a couple of times.
The next tournament in Pensacola will be in October after the WSOP event.
And he calls to find that he will be dominated.
Ready for a flop.
Versus King Jack.
King Jack of Hearts versus Jack 10 offsuit.
Flop's gonna come ace, ace, queen.
Turn.
They're both holding each other's outs for a straight.
River.
And now Bobby can't catch the king of hearts. So
Tim picks up a flush draw, and he holds. Bobby busts.
Bobby's gonna bust 18th place for
20. Oh, 17.
$1,721.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know how to click up and let's introduce these guys at this table? Okay. We've got Timothy McGraw, and then we have Tommy Owen, the mayor. We know about him. Matt has been on our table before. Eric. Who is the one seat?
One seat is what's that up there? Okay. I'm not sure who is in the one seat. It's a different player that I've never seen before, actually, or else I would know him.
And it's hard to recognize with the mask on.
With the mask on, I can't really tell who it is.
We've got Russ Belt in the 7th seat.
Russ Belt,
I think
WSOP circuit dealer.
Yeah, he's a dealer. I think he's from Louisiana somewhere, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, Matt Rosenberg, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, I was thinking of Matt Stroud. He was on our last.
180.
And Muhammad's got a massive chip stack.
Yeah, he does. Is he raises on the button here to 180K with King 7? I mean, when you have that many chips and you just want to try to punish.
It's not bad to start leaning on the table. These guys are trying to ladder up.
Ready for a flop.
We are heads up.
Is this 5-4 of clubs?
5-4 clubs versus King 7.
I mean, both of these guys connected on the flop. Eduardo's open-ended and Mohammed flops top pair.
Turn.
He's gonna check behind.
Five bets, 100,000. 3 calls.
Eduardo's going to lead up for 100.
Calls quick.
Quick call.
5 checks. 3 bets, 250,000.
Yeah, he's going to take this down with no resistance.
250.
Eduardo's going to posture here for a moment.
And ultimately fold. No.
And then ultimately fold.
Okay.
Yes. Just a little bit of posturing. Wants to make him think he actually had something.
Alright, 2 blinds are 50 and 100.
And we're at the dealer change. Nicole will be in the box.
Nikki's back in the box.
And your dealer button's on the floor. We can do it.
And the chip counts are flashing across the screen.
Rosenzweig is Matt.
Matt Rosenzweig.
Let's
You looking him up?
yeah, we can go through and I don't. Hopefully I spelled it right. Matthew Rosenzweig's from Danbury, Connecticut, maybe?
Gotta be.
It's a long way from home.
Yeah, that's gotta
Okay,
be
it
him.
could be him. He may be traveling back home from the series. I don't know, or maybe just decided to
or
come
just
down here.
Decided to come out and play the WSOP circuit and play some of the ring events.
Well, yeah, it looks like he's been here before in 2018. He got a second place in a 125 deep stack, event number 29 for the Card Player Poker Tour.
Start making way their seats.
All right.
And then we've got Eric Bunch in the 2-seat. He's a hometown Tulsa boy. Got over $1 million in earnings.
Wow.
A very, very good player.
Eduardo was contemplating a call for 280 with a discount. Tim can get in this hand for only 230K because the blind level's just increased to 50, 100, 100.
Tommy raised and took this one down.
There are 16 players remaining. Tables are sitting at 8 and 8. Oh, I clear my hands before I do anything.
I clear my hands when I give the ladies my money at Walmart.
Matt's going to jam here with Jack 10 offsuit in the cutoff.
We got Matthew Goodridge here. He's from Hera, Oklahoma.
Timothy McGraw's got ace 7 offsuit. He's going to let it go. Russ is going to let his go. And Matt's going to add 250K to his stack.
What's he got here? 8.5 bigs.
I could bring it up real quick.
Yeah, I think it's 100K. 8.
Oh
yeah, we're still 4 hands
still
behind.
4 hands behind.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, he's got 8.5 bigs.
Yep. Yep, it's gonna get real flippy here soon.
Yeah, I mean, for a $200 tournament, you can't. It's nice to have those hour-long levels and deep chip stacks, but it's can't really do that in these prelims.
Yep. Wait until after the hand to do that.
We got action folded to Muhammad under the gun +2, and he raises it up with pocket 3s. And it looks like they're gonna fold.
5 folds, 6 folds. Round a rust belt. He's gonna let it go. Tommy can see it for a discount with the 6 tray.
And he does so.
And he does. All diamonds.
10-7 deuce, all diamonds. Muhammad is the only one with a diamond. Check, check.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
It's really hard to bluff into the chip leader here. Let's see what he does. I like to see Tommy take a stab at this pot.
Yeah, I like to see him call with that hand out of position with a plan. Well, he looks like he's going to.
Looks like he is. That's what I like to see. Show some heart,
maybe fire
Tommy.
300K.
At least I'd like to. I'd like 310 maybe or 320. 330,000 is what he's gonna fire out. Mohammed's gonna make the quick call. We're gonna see a river.
Muhammad calls?
Yeah,
Return?
quick call,
Okay.
snap call. There we go. Yeah.
I mean, if there's any way Tommy's going to win this pot, he's just going to have to buck up and put another bet in.
Yep, it's gonna have to be a big bet probably too. I would
8 or
guess.
900.
Oh, the stream's gonna be buffered a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Tommy bet
He bets
390.
395K.
That's a little light.
LA players should make
I
a win
feel like,
just a few minutes before we get
yeah. Oh, reverse. Trying to do a call me bet, and hopefully he doesn't call. I don't mind that. But Muhammad's thinking, what? Did you really connect with this?
I mean, there's
Is
just
my
so
threes
many hands
good
that beat you
here?
right
Are they really good here? Looks like he's counting out some calling chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he makes the
He
call.
calls.
I love it. Trays. Oh, and Tommy's going to show the 6-3, and I like that. I like that he's showing the 6-3. You get no value out of that hand if you just bluff and then not show it. So I like that he showed it, and I like that he at least gets some value from that hand.
Well, that hand took too long, and now we're buffering.
Now we're buffering.
We
a
didn't
little
want to
bit.
do it midstream.
Nope, there we go. We did not want to miss that hand. That was
Yeah.
a pretty important hand. Muhammad's sitting at that 56 big blind for 5.6
You
million.
also receive pinless with explosive hand action. Your own action. There's no size chip to say raise. Must say raise will be a call only. So if your intention is to raise, please say raise with multiple chips.
Okay.
Okay.
119. All right.
Okay, this is a re-entry tournament.
7 hands behind.
Over
All right.
8
Okay.
levels, start level 9. Cut off registration. Everyone starts.
We got Eric all in with ace queen of spades right here under the gun.
Small blind 100. Big
I'm a
blind
contemplate a call, but yeah, he's folding that. That queen 8. Queen
I
5's
mean, I
out.
would assume that this is gonna get through for Eric.
Oh,
Well,
Tim's gonna wake up with 9s
Timothy's
here.
got 9-9 in the big blind. Oh, it's in the cutoff,
In the cutoff. Look.
and he calls.
No, why not a chip count? He asked for a chip count. It's gonna be, should be 850.
Oh, he talks green like me. He said count, not
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, he said count.
See, down here in the South, our words just kind of run together.
Steve says, "Let's go, Russ." We loving Russ here. Russ Belt,
Yeah.
7-seat WSOP circuit dealer.
When I dealt, when I first started traveling and dealing in 2011, he actually played.
Oh yeah, no, he was a player before
And
he was a
I-
dealer. Really.
Told him that it was definitely, you know, sometimes you just need a change. It's tough to play poker full time. Not that I personally know it, but I do know a lot of people that is how they rely on.
I did play
making their-
poker full time
their
for a little
income.
while. It's tough. It's definitely tough.
We got Tim here still debating. He's got a couple of guys behind him.
The best hand you looked at so far?
Eric asked him if it was
Eric
the
isn't-
best hand he looked at so far. Tim shakes his head yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, lets it go. I don't know if I like folding 9s there. But how
The-
much has Eric really played?
Well, they haven't played with each other. This
Yeah,
is
there's that
a
too.
redraw at 18.
Yeah, it depends on
So-
how much you've played with this table. I've actually dealt to the 2-seat for quite a bit during this tournament.
If I was in Timothy's spot with 2 9s, I would have called. There's history. And it's hard to lay down. I mean,
It's
2
hard
9s
to
is a
it's hard to
strong
make a
hand.
pair.
Yeah, it's hard to
It's
make
hard
a
to
pair
make
in
a
this
pair in
game.
poker. Well, and then we had the benefit of seeing some of the folding hands. There's a lot of queens
Correct.
gone already, so that he's
Muhammad here under the
would've been
gun
down
with
to- oh, wow.
King. It's so nice just to
Nice
we
to be-
seen kings 4 or 5 different times.
It's nice seeing kings when you're the chip leader too. Let's see how he sizes this.
I mean, I would think 250,
Yeah, 250 wouldn't be bad.
225 maybe.
Oh, just a
200,
min
just a
click.
min-raise?
Just a min click. Doesn't want to chase anybody off.
I mean, and the stacks aren't super super deep here, so two big blinds when everybody's sitting on 20.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. 20 or less. A lot of people are sitting
Yeah.
with less at this table.
And then Matt
Oh,
moves all
Matt's
in
going
for
to shove all
900K,
in
and it's
with
a
the
snap
small
call.
blind. Yep.
Ace 3 offsuit versus
Muhammad's
2
going to
kings.
snap call, and then he's going to show him the bad news.
Yeah, pretty good.
Flop comes king high. Wow. Set for Muhammad. And
He's dead to a gutter.
no, dead to a 4.
Dead to a 4, and one of them are
One's
gone.
gone.
Nice hand.
And it looks like he'll be eliminated in 15th place.
Matt will be taking home 1,700.
Nope,
No,
no, he got a pay jump.
2,073. He got a pay jump.
Laddered up
He just keeps going
for
it.
2,073. That's not bad. It's always good to catch that extra ladder rung up.
Muhammad comes to the table with 5.6, and he's up to 6.7 million at 100K
And
big blind.
the rich get richer. The rich get richer.
This is going to put Eric in a tight spot with only 8 big blinds, and the chip leader on his left. Oh, he's got 9
He's got
big
9
blinds.
big blinds. They've got a dinner break coming up in 15 minutes. And then we'll be coming back after the dinner break.
I'm going to fold
All
to the small
around
blind,
the
and
small blind. And he's just going to let it go with the 10
Yeah.
suited. No reason to try to battle the chip leader with a hand like that. Just surrender the small blind and let's move on.
going to be hard for him to. Eric was able at the last table to be able to chip on the button. He got down to 7 or 8 big blinds, and he was able to chip in the cutoff and in the button versus the players to his left. But
Yeah.
he's going to be in a spot where he can't do that. I don't know how wide of a range the chip leader is going to call him with, but
If it's me, I got a pretty wide range when I've got 67 bigs and I'm trying to eliminate players and move up.
does Russ know he's in the 7 seat, not the 8 seat?
Yeah, Russ knows he's in the
Okay.
7 seat. Russ's cards are coming up.
Okay.
Like he's putting them in the box. Russ got to play on the table before.
Yeah, I think I
So-
seen oh, we got Eric
Here we
with ace queen
go.
of hearts here.
This should be just an automatic ship.
Well, he might no, okay.
Yeah,
He's
I
just going to
would-
get his 8 big blinds in.
Yeah, I'd get those 8 bigs in. See if I can either pick up the blinds here or I'm not opposed to a call having that hand. Honestly, I'd rather have a call to try to get some chips together.
Muhammad moves all in.
Muhammad's
know
gonna
what his
move on.
cards
We don't
are.
know what his cards are yet, but we'll.
Does he pick up another monster?
What happened with 4? Alright, and
He's got queens?
Does he have queens or? There's 2 face cards.
Boy, he's been running good. Good luck all in.
King of Hearts.
Queen of hearts, King of hearts, Jack of
King
spades.
of hearts, jack of spades. All right.
For flop.
It was 2 paint cards.
And it's a decent hand when the guy has 8 bigs to your right.
Yep.
What do we
Wow,
got? He
hits
hits a king on
the
the turn.
king on the turn.
Hey, man. Hey, we
Oh,
Yep.
man.
when you went all in?
Good job, Eric. He is going to go out in 14th place.
Should be 14th place for 200 or for 2,073. And the rich get richer yet again. Muhammad just motoring through this featured table right now. The payout right now is 2,073.
We just
We're about to be at a. Yeah. Yeah, the next pay jump is 2,532. 12 through 10 through 12. Yep. The next player that gets eliminated will get 2,073. We are at 13 remaining players.
Oh, I see Ralph Robertson puts in here. Muhammad beat me in a pot. He had ace of spades, king of clubs, and he had ace of hearts, king of diamonds, and it comes runner, runner, spades in a million chip pot.
That just reminds me of the
He'd be a problem in the way for
ace king offsuit.
He's running well above average.
Oh, yeah.
In the event in January, 4 flush for 24 million in chips. 80% of the chips.
We got Muhammad going to raise on the button here with the 7-4 clubs.
With everybody folding around, I don't hate it.
No, I love it.
They also have been talking about 7-4 at the table.
Blunt force aggression,
Yes.
using his chip stack.
Lean on the table.
We get some friendly banter.
Yeah.
There
Is
we
it
go.
250 or 275?
I think that might be 3.
We got Matt.
Yeah, it's a full 3. Matt's going to ship it here. King
And
Jack.
he's going to call. The math's there. Well, what's Eduardo going to do?
Eduardo?
He's got ace 4 in the big blind. He has to fold.
He has to fold
because
it's
Muhammad
raise
can raise.
all in. And
There's a raise all in, and it
and
opens
it
up for Muhammad
reopens
to be able to.
reopens the action. It's just hard to call there with just ace high, especially ace rag.
Right.
Looks like a snap call for you.
Yeah, you can't say that, Timothy.
Oh, calls him pretty deep.
I was talking about that new tool set.
Oh, yeah.
Good cover up, buddy.
Nice try. Braden says that Matt's his boy. Good luck.
I'll be doing that later if I'm all in.
I mean, as many chips as he has, he puts
I would-
300K in the pot, and he has
I
to
would
call
have just
365.
I would have called a little
and
bit
then you
quicker
have the
here.
big blind in the ante.
Yeah, there's no reason not to call here.
Well,
That's
I
the
mean,
only
that's just
thing.
part of it. You're going to have to turn your hand over. I call here 100% of the time.
With the chips, yeah, so do I. You have to.
Yeah.
You already put too much out there. There's no reason to surrender the 300K.
No, and when they see your hand, I mean, it is what it is, whatever.
Yep, we're going to start glitching here in a second, but
He might think about it another 2 minutes, so
well, they're
Connect it.
remember it's 15 minutes behind, so they're
Okay.
probably at like 17 minutes remaining in the level about. All right, we're going to lose the feed for just a second. It'll be back here in like 5 seconds. And we're back. Good.
okay. Muhammad's still making a
Nice
decision whether or
quick
not he wants
refresh.
to call and then turn his hand over.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to show that 7-4 because the math
I
makes
mean,
sense.
He
but
raised 3 bigs. Matt gets it in for 6.5. I mean, you're raising on this button, you should already know
you should
what
know
are you going to do if the small blind chips in.
100%.
Yeah.
You should have thought.
He
I mean,
calls.
okay, yeah. I just took a little bit longer. I think he wanted him. He was doing the math to make sure, but
I mean, the way he's been running, I personally
if
like
the way
the
he's been running, I
7-4
would have just
clubs
snapped
here.
it. I've been like, all right, I call. Let's see if I can hit this flop.
Ready for a flop.
300.
Running good.
Flop
He
comes
flops
10
a-
high.
Yeah, Matt flops a gutter. Still ahead with king high.
River.
Oh, he turns open-ended.
Yeah. And he hits.
And a
he
hits
he
the
hits his
straight.
pair. He thinks he
Oh.
wins, but Matt has a
But
jack
Matt
high
has
straight.
the jack
yeah.
high straight. Muhammad finally loses.
Muhammad
an
thought he won the
all-in.
hand, and Matt didn't realize that the 7 made him a straight.
Oh, wow. Both guys didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's why you flip your cards over.
And that's why the dealer sits there to tell you whether you won or not.
All right, guys, I got to go back out there. I'll leave you in the good hands of Kristen here.
Right, you gotta vote. Yeah. You're like, God dang it. Stuck myself in there.
Okay, Matt is now sitting on 15 big blinds with 1.5 million. After that, double up through the chip leader.
We'll be hitting the dinner break in about 7 minutes. Probably get about 4 or 5 hands in, or 3 if they're like that. 2 or 3.
Russ under the gun right here has ace king offsuit.
2 million chips.
3 and 6. 6. Now 6.
He's gonna make it 325.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I'm sorry, what was the number?
So those pinks are 100K chips, and the is that yellow or green or lime or whatever that is 25K.
The lime are 25K, and are there still 1Ks on the table?
Probably 5K.
Surely not. Okay. Oh, it's lime, not yellow. Matt's look lime.
Oh, yeah.
Mohammed's from here looks yellow.
Different lighting.
Yeah. Mohammed's debating.
He's got a pair. He's got 7.2 million
Yeah.
chips. He does just fold.
Russ's VPIP
Almost.
is
He says
0.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ hasn't played a hand. I don't.
Yeah.
That's not. That's,
Yeah, Russell
that's a
hasn't played
call.
a hand since he sat down.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if Matt wants to play this hand in position, we got Timothy
And
here
he had
with
4 players behind him. So
yeah. 2 9s in the big blind.
Tim McGraw. He's an Indian outlaw. Have Cherokee and
Choctaw.
boom. Choctaw Casino and Resorts, Durant, Oklahoma.
He's just gonna flat here with 2 9s from the big blind.
I do.
Well,
You know, with somebody else calling.
I don't think he's folding, but I don't know if he's debating on it. Yeah, he's gonna raise.
He's gonna.
I would think he might make it 7 8. Okay, yeah, 700 total. 700 total or 700 more? No, he just 3 bets to
700
700K.
Braden, I think it's Chippewa, not Chickawawa. My baby, she's a Chippewa.
Yeah, it's a Chippewa.
That's northern Minnesota. That's Chippewa territory. That's where I'm from.
Oh, so that's how you know. I wonder, considering Russ hasn't played a hand. I know that these 2 guys, I know that Russ and Timothy were on the other table when there were 3 tables. They played on the table together. They were over there when I went to go check on Tommy, so I wonder if...
I never fold ace king here.
I mean...
Matt behind me is the only reason why I'm thinking about it.
There's not very many times that Matt's going to flat with that big of a hand on the
Right.
button.
I mean,
But if Russ can take his time and think it through, I mean...
I'm never folding in this situation with ace king. For 375, there's 1.5 in the pot. You're getting, you know, almost 5 to 1 for your money with ace king.
I don't know that I'm ever flatting. I'm probably shipping or folding here
If you're Russ.
if I'm Russ. I mean, I don't know the history of
Right.
these 2 guys.
He does fold. Let's Matt. I think Matt behind him is why he folded. You know, he's thinking if Matt called with a ace or a king, that takes out some of his outs. I don't know. That's just a rough one.
We're gonna see it in 15 minutes anyway.
Yep. Good bet, Tim. Take it down.
Yeah, I mean, Russ
Pick up
was
700K.
Russ was behind, and at that point, it's just depending on
Yep.
whether or not you want to race for all your chips, or I mean, Russ 4-bet ships there, and Timothy probably folds.
Yeah. If Russ can just call, see a flop, and then fold, he's out another 300K. And if he doesn't hit his ace or his king.
No, I'll take an hour. Hour.
All right, he's asking them how much time they want, and they said, give me the full hour.
Oh, for dinner break,
Yep.
minimum option.
He's like, hey, we're down to 2 tables. If you guys agree, we can just take 15 minutes. And they go, no, I want an hour.
Yeah, once you've played poker for a full day, I mean, most of these guys probably didn't play yesterday. You know, they could have bagged the first flight or the second flight, and they had a day off, but they're still...
I think a lot of them played yesterday.
you know, you play yesterday and you bag at midnight, and then you go to your room, you hang out, you do whatever, then you
Takes
have
a
to be
while to
back at
sleep.
it. Yeah. I mean, I welcome those 1 hour dinner breaks to regroup and gather my thoughts and eat something good.
They do have a good Chinese place here.
The noodle place, I have not eaten there yet.
Jan and Jimmy took some of the staff
Mohammed's just calling here with.
from the hijack with 4-3. That looks strong.
Oh,
When he has-
Tommy limped under the gun also.
Edward's confused. And I was like, "Wait, you called and you called?"
Yeah,
Or
it
not
kind
Edward,
when
but
it
yeah.
when you're at a table where it's a lot of raising and 3-betting, when people limp,
All
it
of a
kind
sudden,
of throws.
3 people limp in, and you're like, "Wait, what's going on?" The spidey senses start tingling. Edward does fold. Tim McGraw.
I like that hand
I do too.
in a 4 or 5 way limp pot. When
Yeah,
you can
I
see
was
the
going to say, I
flop.
don't raise right now with
Yeah,
2 people
no, no,
limping
no.
in with me.
And then we've got Russ with an A6 offsuit. Let's see what kind of action we get on this flop.
No. Timmy doesn't want to see diamonds.
Ace
Russ-
Queen 7.
Russ gets the best with an ace. Bodie says Tommy's got Motown. Jackson 5.
So 1 hour lunch?
Half-hour lunch, 1 hour dinner.
Oh, Bodie, that's why Tommy's limping under the gun with the Jack 5. He loves that hand.
Jack
We got
5
a
of diamonds.
check, and it's on Tommy. Waiting to see if he's going to fire out at it.
Yes.
He does. 375.
That's a good bet. 275. That's about half a pot. I
Oh,
think
275.
I think Russell.
Russell call.
Okay, that
See
was
what
a
he wants to do
quick
on the turn.
call.
Ready for a turn.
He's got kicker problems in his mind. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
He's going to check to Tommy, knowing Tommy's going to
Yep.
fire again most of the time.
Yeah, well, he represented the ace. He's going to do it again. That double barrel bluff.
He's betting 6.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Timer goes, never
Russ,
mind.
yeah.
That would have been fun if you busted there. Of course you weren't. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
great.
thought about that for sure.
It's either he was, yeah.
Alright, gentlemen, you're on a 1 hour dinner
What you
break.
have on that hand?
All right, 1 hour dinner break. We will see you guys. These same people will be at the table. We'll see you guys.